The original Miyoo Mini was a popular retro gaming handheld which was constantly out of stock due to supply issues, but now we have the follow-up unit, the Miyoo Mini Plus, and it is in stock as of this video. But before we continue, the EaseUS Data Recovery Wizard app is very simple to use and can help you recover your lost data, whether it's on your internal drive, USB storage, or SD card. It also has support for repairing damaged photos and videos. Check out the free trial in the video description to find out what it can recover on your storage drives. I find the Miyoo Mini Plus much more interesting, as a 2.8-inch screen on the Miyoo Mini is just too small for me. And this one is similar to the previous effort. A very portable vertical handheld, now with a 3.5-inch IPS display at 640 by 480 resolution. All for as little as $60 US shipped from Geek Buying. The bump up in screen size, battery capacity, and overall size of the handheld is the main selling point for the Plus, as most of the internals are exactly the same as the Miyoo Mini. Inside the box is the Miyoo Mini Plus, USB-C cable, 64GB microSD with games, screen protector, and user manual. For $60 US, my expectations weren't high, but the build quality for the dollars is impressive. The plastic is strong, and the handheld is well put together. It's very solid and rattle-free. I've got the atomic purple version, but there's also a black, grey, and white one for the Game Boy and Super NES vibes. I do like that black one especially. On top is a power button and an LED light. Below is a USB-C port, microSD, and headphone jack. On the side is the volume up and down buttons, which feel pretty crappy, but they work okay. The R and L buttons are on the back, and on the front you've got a menu button and face buttons that look and feel similar to the original Game Boys. I prefer a stiff D-pad, but this one is kinda soft. It's almost heading for mush territory, but luckily it stops short. I still prefer the Anbernic D-pads, but for the price, it works fine and is responsive. The screen is really bright and looks pretty nice. The placement of the speaker isn't great. My thumb covered it when pressing the B button, which gives a very inconsistent audio experience. But the mono speaker isn't the greatest way to listen to those sweet retro sounds anyway. Grab some headphones to fix that. I've got large hands and this handheld is reasonably comfortable to play on for long periods. I would have preferred the D-pad and face buttons to be further outward, but they're still more comfortable than the R and L buttons on the back, which don't feel the greatest, but get the job done. Luckily, the R2 and L2 have a different elevation from the R1 and L1, making it unlikely to press the wrong button. I also think it's cool that the battery is easily replaceable thanks to a battery cover you can remove. The included custom Linux OS running RetroArch is simple and easy to use, and also does the job. You can just turn on the Miyoo and start playing quickly. Nice. For the enthusiasts, there's a custom OS known as Onion, which is much nicer, and there's a guide on the product page for how to install it. But I'm reviewing stuff as it comes in the box, so I won't be covering that. That being said, I do recommend installing Onion OS for a nicer experience. For the $60 US, you can't expect a speed demon, and the dual-core ARM Cortex-A7 is a very modest CPU. There's a clear cutoff point, which is the PlayStation 1. Almost every PlayStation game I played was full speed. There's the odd demanding title that isn't, and frame skip will help there, but it's pretty close to playing the whole library. The Miyoo Mini Plus is a really nice handheld for Game Boy Advance games. And of course, the 16-bit consoles and lower will play at full speed across the board. Super NES, and Mega Drive as well. This handheld even comes with Wi-Fi, which I wouldn't have expected for this low price. Can't do too much with it at the moment, but I'm sure the retro community will put it to good use in the future. Oh, and the 3000 mAh battery lasts for around 5 hours, so that's pretty good. Be aware that if you want to put in a bigger microSD card, for some reason it's listed as 128GB being the limit, but bigger cards work fine. So let's summarize. The Miyoo Mini Plus now has a respectable 3.5-inch screen size. The screen is nice and bright. It's very affordable, starting at $60 US. Build quality is solid. It even comes with Wi-Fi. While now the Plus is bigger and more comfortable to use for longer durations, I still find the horizontal handhelds to be the ideal option. The mono speaker placement also isn't good. But overall, for the price, it's hard to complain, and it's recommended. However, if you're looking for a handheld with a bit more power, check out the Anbernic RG353V right here. Cheers!